These are the only 6 credit cards that anyone needs in their wallet in 2025. Of course, you don't need every single one, but if you were to pick, I would pick from these top 6. And why trust me? Well, my name's John of John's Finance Tips. I have been in the credit card game for over a decade. I've opened well over 70 plus credit cards and earned and used well over 1 million plus points and miles. And now my objective is to help you do the same. Whether it be you're looking for travel deals or you just want some more cash back in your pocket from everyday purchases, you've come to the right place. For every single card on the list today, we are gonna go over its sign-up bonus, its earnings, key benefits that I wanna call out, the annual fee, and of course, I'll wrap with verdict and my overall recommendations on how I would be optimizing and using the card. Card number 1, the American Express Gold sign-up bonus. Right now, the American Express Gold has a public sign-up bonus where you'll get 60,000 points after you spend $6,000 within the first 6 months. However, there is an elevated all-time high bonus that's non-public, offering up to 100,000 points for spending the same $6,000 within the first 6 months. And what's really unique about this non-public offer from the American Express Gold is that it's entirely personalized to you. So depending on your credit profile that American Express sees once you submit preliminary information, they'll then tell you exactly what is your personalized non-public offer. And because you follow me, John, for all daily finance tips, I actually do have a working affiliate link to this all-time high non-public offer in the description box down below, so go ahead and check it out. Earnings. The American Express Gold will earn 4x on all global restaurant spend up to $50,000 in a year, and then it reverts to 1x. 4x on US supermarkets on up to $25,000 of spend in a year, and then it goes to 1x, 3x on flights that you book direct with an airline or through Amex Travel, and 1x on all other purchases. Benefits. The American Express Gold will offer you a $120 dining credit, that's $10 a month, a $120 Uber cash credit that can be used on Uber rides or Uber food, that's $10 a month, a $100 Resi credit that's used as $50 in the first half and $50 in the second half of the year, and an $84 Dunkin' credit, shout out all my people from New England, and that's gonna be $7 a month. In addition, this card also offers travel benefits in the way of allowing you to take your American Express membership reward points and transfer them to a flight or hotel partner. And one of my favorite shopping benefits this card has is purchase protection. If you buy an item and within 90 days the item is damaged, stolen, or lost, you can file a claim with American Express for up to $10,000 an item, and you can file a max of $50,000 of claims in a 12-month rolling cycle. Annual fee. This card does have a $325 annual fee. However, remember, we've got a bunch of credits that we could effectively use to offset it. There's the $120 dining credit, the $120 Uber credit, and the $100 Resi credit. If you take all of those out, in effect, you're actually getting $15 back in your pocket. I mean, how crazy is that? You spend $325 and you get $340 in credits back. Verdict and recommendations. People, if you eat food or you buy food, you needed this card yesterday. This is my go-to dining card every single time we're out. In addition to that, we layer on someone who's just casually traveling, not a whole ton, but enough that you want travel benefits and you want these transfer partners, easy. And $325 annual fee with $340 of credits coming back is just a crazy, crazy value add from American Express. This, honestly, I'll tell you right now, in the 10 years I've been in the space, things like this do not come from American Express. In fact, they actually go very much the opposite way. And then take all of that, you layer on the ability to find that elevated non-public offer offering up to 100,000 points for the same amount of spend that you would have to do for the public offer. Game. And again, if you want to find a working link, I do have one in the description box down below. Not sure how long it's going to stick around for, so go ahead and jump on that. Card number 2, we have the Capital One Savor sign-up bonus. You'll receive $200 back after you spend $500 within the first 3 months. In addition, you'll get 0% APR for the first 15 months. Earnings. You'll earn 5% back if you book hotel or car rental through the Capital One travel portal. You'll earn 3% on grocery, dining, entertainment, and select streaming services, and 1% on all other purchases. Benefits. This card has no foreign transaction fees. In addition, if you have this card and you go to a Capital One cafe, you can expect to get a 50% discount on all handcrafted beverages. And not for nothing, there's also a travel benefit where you're gonna get Hertz Gold status automatically. Annual fee. This card has a $0 annual fee. Verdict and recommendations. First of all, love Capital One. This card right here punches well above its weight class for being a no annual fee card. You get the 3% back on the grocery stores and dining. In addition to that, if let's say you're somebody in college where you are spending a lot eating out, and then you go and study abroad, this card having no foreign transaction fees with the no annual fee is an absolute must-have. Not to mention, it pairs very well with another card we're gonna talk about in just a second. Card number 3. the Capital One Venture X. Sign-up bonus. This card will give you a 75,000-mile sign-up bonus after you spend $5,000 within the first 3 months. In quick disclaimer, Capital One calls their points miles, but they're the same thing. They're completely interchangeable. It's just confusing how they branded it. So the 75,000 miles is the same as 75,000 points. Earnings. With this card, you'll earn 10x for hotels and car rental through the Capital One travel portal, 5x for flights that you book through the Capital One travel portal, and 2x on everything else. Benefits. This card is also loaded with benefits. The first I want to call out are the credit benefits. This card every single year gives you a $300 travel credit that you can use to book travel through the Capital One travel portal, and $100 back as 10,000 miles every single year just for having the card. Now let's talk about the travel benefits. For one, this card has transfer partners. Same as the American Express Gold we mentioned earlier, you can take the miles/points you earn from the Capital One Venture X, and then you can go ahead and transfer it to one of their airline or hotel partners. But unlike the American Express Gold, this card also gives you access to airport lounges. There are the Capital One lounges dedicated around the country. There's also Plaza Premium lounges, and it gives you a membership to Priority Pass, which unlocks even more lounges both domestically and internationally. And what exactly are airport lounges? They are places that you can come and just relax before your flight. Whether you just want to sit back, go to a sleep pod, whether you want to take a shower, whether you want to have a light bite or a couple drinks, guess what? It's all free in the lounge, and you can get in by way of having the Capital One Venture X. And the last travel benefit I want to call out on the Venture X is it also gives you a credit to Global Entry/TSA PreCheck. This is such an incredible feature because Global Entry allows you to basically just waltz back into the US after you've left. The TSA PreCheck lets you waltz to the front of the line in security. So you pretty much keep everything on and you just zip on through it. I won't tell you how many times that has saved me when I'm late for a flight. And by having the Venture X, it'll give you a credit that you can use to purchase this every 4 years. Annual fee. This card does come with the $395 annual fee. However though, every single year, just for having the card, remember, you get that $300 travel credit and the $100 anniversary benefit. And so in effect, you're paying $395 for a card and getting $400 back every year. Yeah, folks, that's $5 back into your pocket. Incredible. Verdict and recommendations. With the Capital One Venture X, this for me as a premium travel card is my number one. It is the simplest premium travel card to use because guess what? Everything is gonna earn 2x everywhere. You've got the transfer partners, you've got the lounge access. And by the way, remember how I said for the Savor One, there's a good way that you could pair that card up? Well, by pairing the Savor One and the Venture X together, you kind of create what I would say is probably the number one card duo to hang on to if you really want to keep things simple. Because all the cash back that you earn from your Capital One Savor card, you can actually transfer to your Venture X. They then be converted into Capital One miles, and those miles/points can be transferred to hotel and air partners or just used in different ways. Hopefully that makes sense. Basically, you've got the 2x on everything, and then with the Savor One, you've got the 3%, or I guess 3x, however you want to think of it, for dining, entertainment. It really creates almost kind of like this super card. And guess what? Having both those cards, you still get paid $5 because the Savor is free and the Venture X puts $5 back into your pocket. Anyway, if you're looking to keep it really simple and you really just want 1 or 2 cards, these two amongst my top 5 are probably the 2 I would hang on to. Card number 4. The American Express Blue Cash Everyday. Sign-up bonus. You'll receive $200 back after you spend $2,000 within the first 6 months of opening the card. Earnings. This card will earn 3% on groceries, 3% for online retail, and 3% on gas. And what's important to note about these 3% categories is for each individual category, once you spend over $6,000 in that category on the year, it will revert to 1% on the category. And for all other purchases, it's 1%. Benefits. Not a whole ton of bells and whistles to call out, but the one to call out is an $84 annual credit to the Disney bundle, which comes in the form of $7 a month. Annual fee, $0. Verdict and recommendations. To be honest, I think on the list here, all the cards, this one is probably the one most people are sleeping on. First of all, I'm looking at a no annual fee card that's offering a 3% back for online retail. That's literally 3% back for online shopping. Of course, there's more point-specific cards you can get for it, but it's also giving you 3% on gas. And oh, by the way, if you do happen to get the Disney bundle, you could be net effective positive $84 back in your pocket for hanging on this card. I'm sure you can start to see a theme now. A lot of the cards I value are the ones that are giving us complete outsized value. And this card right here is absolutely it at a no annual fee punching well above its weight class. Card number 5, the Citi Double Cash sign-up bonus. You'll receive $200 back after you spend $1,500 in the first 6 months. Earnings. This card will earn 2% cash back, all purchases. Benefits. To be very frank with you, there is not a whole ton to call out, if any, actually. The real benefit, I think we're gonna go back up to the last section, is the fact that you earn 2% cash back, all purchases, no limit. Annual fee, $0 annual fee. My verdict and recommendations. If you are looking for clear cut, dumb, simple, you are just, hey man, I spent a bunch of money. I don't really care that much about travel. I just want some discounts. Citi Double Cash, get your 2% cash back, move on, life is good. Now last, but certainly not least, card number 6 is the Bilt Mastercard. Sign-up bonus, none. The best that we've got is some people get targeted to earn 5x for all their spend in the first 5 days of getting the card. However, I don't know what triggers that. Probably more than once that I didn't get it, so I'm kind of butthurt about it. As of right now, publicly, there is no sign-up bonus. Earnings. This card will earn 3x for all your dining purchases, 2x for all travel purchases, and 1x all other purchases, and 1x for purchasing rent. Yes, if you pay rent using the Bilt Mastercard, you will get points. They will cover any processing fees whatsoever. The only thing to call out is the fact that you can earn up to a maximum of 100,000 points from rent every single year. But again, if you're spending 100K on rent every year, my friend, please consider buying a property. And if you want to buy a property, I actually have a really good video here to analyze buying your first rental. The other thing to note is to have the points deposited into your account from rent, you have to just swipe the card 5 times every statement cycle. Pretty straightforward. Go buy something cheap or have something automated on Amazon set up. Benefits. This card is pretty feature packed with benefits. So the first we'll call out are some of the rent benefits. One being the fact that you can earn points for paying rent, whether it be you're currently paying your landlord through a Venmo or through a PayPal, or your landlord wants a check. Guess what? Bilt can cut them a check on your behalf. But even better, if your apartment is part of the Bilt Alliance, which I think right now, like 70 of the top 100 large mega landlords in the country are part of it, you just go on and actually pay rent through the Bilt platform and you just get points for it. Incredible. The Bilt card also offers you transfer partners where you essentially can take your Bilt points and move them to an airline or a hotel. My favorite from these two are one, Hyatt, which I've gotten so much outsized value for my Bilt points by just moving them to Hyatt hotels. And on the airline side, we have some incredibly valuable partners. The two that I absolutely love are Alaska Airlines as well as Japan Airlines program. And when you're traveling and flying using your Bilt card, there's also no foreign transaction fees. Annual fee, $0. My verdict and recommendations. The Bilt Mastercard for me has very much cemented itself as the no annual fee card that I want if I'm interested in anything travel, but I don't want to pay an annual fee. It was really cool to see a no annual fee card offer no foreign transaction fees with the Capital One Savor card, but it's really not a travel-ish type of card because you can't transfer those cashback points unless you have a Venture X. With Bilt, you earn Bilt points, you can transfer them. In addition, with Bilt, you're using this card to earn points on rent, which is probably your largest monthly expense that otherwise you're not getting anything for. Bilt covers any of those fees, and you're now converting your rent spend into potentially whether you want it to be something like a statement credit to get gift cards or just pure travel. This card, honestly, is one if you don't have now, you needed it yesterday. And I know people are gonna ask, what about mortgages? Listen, the CEO now in 2 separate emails this year has basically told us mortgages are coming down the pipe. We're expecting either back half of 2025 or the start of 2026. And when that happens, it's kind of game, set, match. As somebody who has multiple properties in the Boston area, you can bet your dollar I am putting all of my mortgage spend on the Bilt card and just basically now converting a mandatory housing expense I have every single month into valuable credit card points. All right, folks, and this has been an incredible video. If you are interested in any of these offers or elevated offers or non-public offers, you can feel free. I do have working links for the majority of them in the description box down below. I would just jump on sooner rather than later because who knows? Banks are always quick to put in offers and then take down offers. And the best way to ensure that you get the best offer available is if you are ready or you're anticipating that you're gonna be ready soon, jump on the offer today. If you have any comments, questions, or you have suggestions for other cards that weren't mentioned, let me know in the description box down there as well. And everyone else though, I'll catch you on the next one. Peace!